Manuela Moser is a PhD student in the Shamsini Centre for Poetry. Her poems have appeared in Tender Journal and The Lighthouse. She runs The Lifeboat, a monthly reading series in Belfast.
Hi. I'm just going to read this poem first. It's about my great-grandmother, who was a German Jew, and this is the night before her wedding in 1920 in Berlin. The Room of Dresses. So white is the white dress in the white room that Lottie disappears in no time at all among the lace and veils, until she is cocooned inside a self-spun world, where the only light she sees is white on white, and the only sound she hears is her mother's voice. So dick nickt Lottchen, selb die Kaiserin tut es. Do not worry, Lottchen, even the Empress herself does it. On geraniums. I imagine the morning as grey, although I slept through it. Although the sky is white, snow white, it's so white now it purples. I open the curtains. The cotton is soft and white and harmless. The wind ruffles around the fuchsia, and I press myself into the cotton. It is thin, and I feel the cold window through it. I breathe on the glass. It mists. I've been waking at sunrise and lying on to let it pass. Under a window, a floorboard is lit up and warmed by the sun and found by a cat who stretches out. The cat and the window know how the sun feels. The cat and the window and the hedge outside the window. And the geranium on the windowsill knows the warmth of the sun. The geranium knows what to do in the warmth of the sun. It knows the sun the way that skin knows the sun when it shines through a window. It does not know what to do when there is too much sun. The geranium petals are beginning to fall. The geranium petals are beginning to fall onto the windowsill. The windowsill has more petals on it. The windowsill has more petals on it than the geranium. The sun is falling on the petals. The sun is falling on the petals and drying them out. The petals are losing their softness. Next to me, there is a white daisy in a terracotta pot. I am lying on the ground looking at the wall of the house. It is red brick and old, and I can't stop looking. There is a white drain pipe. There are 4 windows. 2 of the windows are open halfway. One of the open windows is on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor is the top floor, where the thin black pipe with the word gas printed up it stops at a hole in the wall. The arches look like 2 white triangles against the sky. There are 2 black wires stretching across to a pole on the street. I don't look at the pole, but I know the wires must be attached to something. There is ivy. There is a yew tree on the other side of me, but I do not want to look at it, because then I will end up looking at the sky, which is blue. The house stayed as it always had been, save for the windowsills and the mantelpiece, where among crystal vases and china figurines he placed pots of geraniums. The windowsills and the mantelpiece and the bureau and the mahogany sideboard began to fill with pots of geraniums. The bureau, which had once belonged to his mother, and the sideboard with the mirror he picked up for a pittance, and the cabinet, which had been a wedding gift, and the bookshelf, which he had made years ago, began to weigh down under the terracotta and the soil and the geraniums. The geraniums grew. He watered each one every day. He unhooked the lace curtain from the windows to give them more sunlight, and the geraniums grew towards the sunlight. And the gold-plated clock which stood on the bureau, and the photographs on the mahogany sideboard, and the china tea set, and the whiskey glasses, and the vase on the cabinet, and the rows of books on the bookshelf began to disappear behind the stems, and the flower buds, and the flowers of the geraniums. The house stayed as it always had been, save for the windowsills and the mantelpiece and the tiled fireplace and the bureau and the sideboard and the cabinet and the bookshelves and the lace runner on the bureau collecting petals. Thank you.